Picture this. It's late at night. You're alone in your kitchen, sipping cold coffee, when your phone buzzes with a message that rips your world apart. I'm not coming back. I've met someone better and moved your things to storage. Attached? A screenshot of $118,000, drained from your joint savings. That's how Leonard Kesler's 15-year marriage ended, in 2 brutal sentences. But Leonard wasn't just any heartbroken husband. He was a forensic accountant, a master at sniffing out lies and hidden truths. What he did next turned betrayal into a calculated, ice-cold revenge that left his ex-wife and her new lover scrambling. Stick around, because this Reddit revenge story will have you cheering by the end. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal, that gut-wrenching mix of shock and rage, when someone you trusted stabs you in the back, hit that like button. This tale proves karma doesn't always need help. But when a guy like Leonard gives it a push, it's unstoppable. Subscribe, tap the bell, and let's dive into one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll hear today. Leonard Kesler, 54, stood in the dim glow of his Des Moines condo kitchen, the clock ticking past 11:42 p.m. on an ordinary Thursday. His wife, Dana, was supposed to be lounging in Palm Springs. Day 4 of her girls' trip, or so she said. The phone screen cast harsh shadows across his face, deepening the lines of exhaustion etched there. He read the text again, grip tightening until his knuckles whitened. The words blurred, not from tears, but from the adrenaline surging through him. His heart pounded like a drum, each beat screaming disbelief. 15 years, gone. Just like that. He set the phone down carefully, as if it might shatter, and drained his coffee. The bitter taste mirrored the knot twisting in his stomach. For months, the signs had flashed like warning lights he'd chosen to ignore. Weekend getaways stretching into extra days. Whispers of laughter cut short when he entered a room. New outfits, sleek, form-fitting yoga gear, she flaunted on social media but never wore a home. Phone calls that ended with a hurried asterisk, "I'll call you back." Leonard noticed it all. How could he not? As a forensic accountant, his job was unraveling financial webs, spotting tiny discrepancies that screamed foul play. But in his own life, he stayed silent. Maybe it was denial, that heavy blanket of hope that things would fix themselves. Or maybe his first mistake was marrying someone who saw his meticulous work as nothing but boring numbers on a spreadsheet. Dana Bowman crashed into his life at a University of Iowa alumni event. He was 38, fresh from a short, failed first marriage, pouring every ounce of energy into building his practice. She was 34, a whirlwind of charisma, with sun-kissed skin and ambitions that lit up the room. Vibrant didn't cover it. She demanded attention, her laugh turning heads. Leonard wasn't one for outbursts. He was a planner, a strategist. Tonight, the game began. Morning sunlight streamed through the windows, mocking the chaos inside. Leonard made coffee out of habit, the machine's gurgle a familiar anchor. His hands trembled slightly as he poured, but his mind sharpened. He logged into his custom financial system, built for his practice but tweaked for personal defense. A few precise keystrokes activated the protocol. Joint accounts frozen. Credit cards locked. Fraud alert on the $118,000 transfer. Expedited through banking contacts. Emails flew to his attorney. Asterisk file for divorce. Now. Then he called his mother. Dana left me. Took the money. Moved my things out during her supposed vacation. Silence stretched, heavy with unspoken "I told you so's." I'm sorry, Leonard, but I'm not surprised. What will you do? Protect what's mine. An hour later, his phone erupted, Dana's name flashing repeatedly. He declined each call, watching the screen with detached calm. Then her text, "What the hell did you do? The money's gone. My cards don't work." No reply. He drove to the storage unit, using her provided code. 2 boxes of clothes and his laptop waited. But the rest, family photos, books, his father's cherished watch, gone. That's when hurt hardened into something colder. This wasn't just theft. It was erasure, an attempt to wipe him from existence. His jaw clenched, fists balling as he loaded the boxes. The unit's musty air smelled of forgotten dreams, fueling the fire in his gut. At a coffee shop, steam rising from a fresh cup, he dug deeper. Using investigator databases, he pulled records on Trey Harmon, The fitness influencer Dana tagged obsessively. The someone better. Trey's gym was a house of cards, maxed credit cards, unaffordable leases. And, oh, Dana had co-signed a car loan with him 2 months earlier. Leonard's vision narrowed, the cafe's chatter fading. Confirmation hit like a wave, washing away lingering doubt. He wasn't angry anymore. He was laser-focused, the plan's pieces clicking like a well-oiled lock. Monday morning, he strode into his office, suit crisp, face composed. His assistant, Valerie, looked up, startled. "Leonard, I thought you'd take time off. Dana called 3 times already." "Did she?" Not a question, more a statement laced with steel. "She sounded upset, said there's a misunderstanding with your accounts. Tell her to contact my attorney." By noon, Dana stormed in, designer sunglasses perched on her head. Yoga outfit screaming entitlement. She flashed that manipulative smile, the one that worked for 15 years. "Leonard, huge misunderstanding with the bank. All our accounts are frozen." "No misunderstanding. You transferred money without authorization. The bank flagged it as fraud." Her smile cracked, voice dropping to a venomous hiss. "You can't do this. I've put deposits on a new place. I've made commitments to Trey Harmon. Yes, I know about those commitments." Paled, the lobby's fluorescent lights highlighting her fear. "You're investigating me?" "Just protecting myself from fraud that I'll fight this. I deserve half of everything." He met her gaze evenly. "Half of what's in those accounts?" "Sure. But you think that's all there is?" Confusion flickered across her face. But he turned and walked away, his shoes clicking on the tile with finality. That afternoon, Dana's attorney emailed, threatening to expose irregularities in his practice, an empty bluff. Leonard forwarded it. "Proceed as planned." Friends bombarded his phone. "Why are you vindictive? Controlling?" No one questioned her absences, her affair. He ignored them, hitting his no-frills community gym instead. Weights clanged, muscles burned. Sweat dripped, a release for the storm inside. Back at the hotel, the trap was closing, and it wasn't around him. 3 days later, his attorney called. "We found something. Dana's been siphoning money from the joint account for over a year. Small amounts, then larger, $80,000 total. Mostly to Trey's Business LLC. Leonard's stomach twisted. A fresh punch despite his suspicions. Not just leaving. Funding her escape with his sweat. That night, a text from an unknown number. "Back off. Dana deserves better. Don't make this uglier." Trey, stepping in. Bold move. Next morning, at Jason's house, the air hummed with digital whirs. Jason, a digital security expert, pulled records. Trey's gym, drowning in debt. Expansions funded by risky loans, and Dana's cosigns. Leveraging their marital assets without Leonard's consent. "Look at this," Jason said. She co-signed a $175,000 equipment loan. "Using your marriage for better terms." Leonard stared, the screen's glow reflecting the betrayal's depth. She put everything on the line for him. Without telling me. Resolve solidified like concrete. He met his attorney, laying it out. File for emergency asset protection. The fraud's enough to freeze it all. That afternoon, he drove to Harmon Fitness. The gym reeked of new rubber and ambition. Walls plastered with Trey's grinning face and motivational drivel. Young clients snapped selfies, half committed to workouts. Trey approached, tall, tanned, teeth unnaturally bright. "You must be Leonard. Dana mentioned you." "I'm sure she did. We need to talk privately." In the glass-walled office, Leonard dropped the folder. Every document connecting you to Dana. Loans, cards, leases, all co-signed using our marital assets. Trey's confidence wavered as he flipped pages. "These are legitimate arrangements." "Maybe, but banks approve them based on our combined assets." "Assets she no longer has. What do you want?" "Nothing. Just know the banks will call those loans due soon." "Dana said you were wealthy. Money's not an issue for you." "Money's never been the issue. Trust was." At the door, Leonard paused. When Dana moved out, she took sentimental items. Family photos, my father's watch. Things money can't replace. Trey stared. "I'll see what I can do." Next day, a box arrived. Photos, watch, mementos. No note. Asset protection granted, accounts frozen. Dana's access attempts pinged 17 times. Denied. She called again. What have you done? The bank called in Trey's loans. They're seizing equipment tomorrow. That's unfortunate. This is vindictive. You're destroying him to get back at me. I'm not doing anything to him. I'm protecting myself from fraud. You used our marriage illegally. We can work this out. Come home, talk. 15 years, and she thought he was still pliable. Nothing to work out. Divorce proceeds. Fraud investigation continues. Trey learns about due diligence. He blocked her, sleeping soundly for the first time in months. But hold up, the real bombshell was coming. In mediation, Dana would face consequences she never saw coming. 3 weeks later, the mediation room buzzed with tension, polished wood, strained silence. Dana arrived, tired eyes hidden behind makeup, outfit screaming defiance. Her attorney led. My client's willing to be reasonable despite aggressive tactics. Leonard's attorney slid documents across. Bank's fraud investigations complete. Dana forged Leonard's signature on loans using marital assets without his consent. Dana's attorney paled. We'll need time. Sure, but the banks referred this to the DA. Criminal charges are pending. Dana's eyes widened. Criminal charges? Leonard, you can't be serious. I didn't file them. The bank did. That's loan fraud. Whispers between them, Dana shaking her head. If Ms. Bowman signs our settlement today. Leonard's attorney continued. Leonard will provide a mitigating statement. No charges for theft or unauthorized transfer. The settlement. She keeps her studio, car, belongings. No alimony. Assumes debts incurred in his name. And Trey. She whispered. His issues are his own. Dana signed, her world crumbling. As they left, she grabbed his arm. I never thought you'd fight back like this. You always went along. That was my choice. Just like this was yours. He walked away, the door's close echoing finality. A month later, Leonard settled into a cozy craftsman house. Tools scattered for renovations. Dana fled to Colorado, posting about fresh starts. Trey's gym sold to a chain. He bolted to Miami. Their failures went unspoken. Jason visited, helping with cabinets. You could have taken everything. What's the point? She's no longer my problem. On the porch, bourbon in hand, neighborhood sounds soothing, Leonard reflected. Free at last. No resentments. He took 2 weeks off, hit the road north, open highway, no ledges to balance. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet preparation meeting opportunity, turning betrayal into liberation. Leonard's story reminds us, underestimation is the ultimate mistake. Karma, with a forensic twist, hits hardest when earned. If this calculated comeback fired you up, smash that like button and drop in the comments. What's the most epic revenge you've seen or pulled off? Share your stories. I read them all. Subscribe for more Reddit revenges that deliver chills and cheers. Hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay vengeful, friends. But when he tried sharing case stories, the thrill of uncovering embezzlement or tracing laundered funds, her eyes glazed over. I don't need the details, she'd say, waving a hand. Just keep us living well. They dated for a year, a blur of dinners and trips, before tying the knot. Leonard funded her dream yoga studio from his savings, no questions asked. Bigger house in a swankier neighborhood? He signed the papers. Luxury cars? Exotic vacations? He nodded, checkbook open, watching her smile widen each time. His father saw it coming years ago. They were fixing the old man's deck, sweat beading under the summer sun. Son, he said, pausing mid-swing with a hammer. I notice your wife spends a lot of your money. Make sure she values what you do to earn it. The words hit like a quiet jab, but Leonard brushed them off with a chuckle. Asterisk dad's just old school, he told himself. But the comment stuck, a seed of doubt sprouting slowly over time. 6 years into the marriage, that doubt bloomed. Leonard began restructuring his assets. Nothing illegal, just smart protection. He set up limited liability companies, funneled money into trusts, dipped into crypto, and maintained offshore accounts tied to international clients. Dana knew about the joint checking and savings, the visible tip of the iceberg. The rest, hidden, safe from prying eyes. Meanwhile, She dove deeper into her fitness influencer world. Her Instagram exploded with followers. Glossy posts of sun salutations and green smoothies. Trips with her wellness crew became routine. Weekends, then full weeks. You wouldn't enjoy it, she'd insist. It's all yoga talk and juice cleansers. Last Christmas, she forgot his birthday entirely. He mentioned it the next day, voice steady but edged with hurt. She shrugged, buying him an overpriced watch that afternoon. I've been so busy with the studio expansion. He accepted it, but that night, in his home office, he finalized his contingency plan. The signs weren't just there. They screamed. Back in the kitchen, post-text apocalypse. Leonard opened his laptop, fingers flying. An email account Dana didn't know existed pinged with alerts. Attempts to change passwords on his hidden accounts. She was thorough. He'd give her that. A grim respect flickered in his chest, mixed with rising resolve. He picked up his phone, typed 2 words, "Good luck." Then he dialed his brother. "Jason, remember that contingency plan from 5 years ago? It's time." Jason's voice was groggy but sharp. "You sure?" "Yes." She just made her move. He hung up and glanced at the wedding. Photo on the wall, the only one left. With both of them in it. Her smile mocked him now, a reminder of how he'd let things slide. The condo felt emptier, silence pressing like a weight. His chest tightened, breaths short and sharp, as reality sank in. Betrayed, underestimated, disrespected. Emotions he'd buried for years surged, hot and insistent. But anger, it simmered, controlled. If this calculated comeback fired you up, smash that like button and drop in the comments. What's the most epic revenge you've seen or pulled off? Share your stories. I read them all. Subscribe for more Reddit revenges that deliver chills and cheers. Hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay vengeful, friends.